Well, the clouds finally gone from the leaden sky we've had for the last few days. It's now replaced by some beautiful blue sky. There's still that annoying and nagging easterly breeze which takes the temperature just down a notch or two, but it's pleasantly warm in sunshine and get somewhere sheltered, and it's really nice. I'm back at Calverton Colliery on the trail of the butterfly green hairstreak. Well, this is typical green hairstreak country with the stands of gorse. It's quite sheltered here, and there's bird's-foot trefoil and all the nectar-bearing plants on the ground in front of the gorse. So I'm going to have a wander up with the net, see if we can find one at first, then hopefully catch it. Now here's a nice dingy skipper, and it's taking minerals and salts from this mud here. See one or two of these. It's already got a bit of damage to its left hind wing as we look at it. And here is green hairstreak. This is only the second one I've seen, and it's took some finding. And to get one to sit like this, well, in my experience, is quite astonishing. This is a beautiful butterfly as I try and lie down on the ground and get comfortable. But this is the UK's only green coloured butterfly. Beautiful iridescent on the underside, just brown on top, but with a few dotted or dashes of white on the underside of the hind wings. It's a beautiful thing, lovely little butterfly. The green hairstreak has an interesting history in Nottinghamshire. Historically, it was a butterfly of the northern half of the county, especially around the Sherwood Forest and Mansfield area. But I don't think it was really anywhere common. If you come on almost the best part of a century to modern day records, it's very much a different picture. To use a football phrase, it's very much a game of two halves. Over 100 years ago, when J.W. Carr wrote his superb book, The Invertebrate Fauna of Nottinghamshire, back in 1916, the green hairstreak was very much a butterfly of North Nottinghamshire, but especially around the Mansfield and Sherwood Forest areas. It seems, for some reason, to have died out there like other species. Greatling is another one that no longer occurs in Nottinghamshire and hasn't done for many years. But all of a sudden, in the mid-1990s, the green hairstreak once again appeared in Nottinghamshire. It turned up south of Nottingham in the Cotgrave area, and from there it began a range expansion which covered most of the former colliery sites south of Nottingham. Its northward range at least appears to have stopped a number of years ago based on the lack of records from sites further north. Up the western half of Nottinghamshire there's a number of collieries or former collieries which all have similar habitat to what is found here. Plenty of the host food plant of birdsfoot trefoil, and quite often many pit tops have a good amount of gorse on them. So habitat isn't a problem. But for some reason, the butterfly seems to have ground to a halt in its northerly progress in Nottinghamshire. You would have expected that progress to have continued up the western half of Nottinghamshire, taking over and occupying former colliery sites right across to Warsop, Main, and maybe even further north. But it hasn't. Unlike the Dingy skipper butterfly that we've seen here today, that's done exceptionally well, and now occupies every pit top that I know of in Nottinghamshire. Why the green hairstreak can't do that, I don't know. It's a decent flyer, so you would think it would be able to make the transition from colliery to colliery and move north. And there's no evidence of the butterflies spreading in from the west from sites in Derbyshire. All of the green hairstreak spread has been from that way, from the south, heading that way. For some reason, it's stuck.